SQLite's command line interface comes packed with .commands, shortcuts that control how the shell behaves, separate from SQL itself. Mastering them turns the SQLite 3 prompt into a fast, scriptable data workbench. .commands are meta-commands prefixed with a period that configure the SQLite 3 shell. They're not SQL, so the database engine ignores them. They handle formatting, inspection, and file operations, giving you control over how queries are displayed and how the database is examined. The .headers command toggles column labels on and off above your query results. Run .headers on, and every select shows its column names as a header row. Run .headers off and the rows appear clean with no labels. Useful when you're piping output to another tool. The .mode command changes how query results are formatted. Column aligns values into padded columns. CSV outputs comma-separated rows that drop straight into a spreadsheet. Line prints one value per line for easy grepping. List produces pipe delimited strings, and Markdown renders a pipe table perfect for pasting into documentation. Inspection commands let you explore a database without writing SQL queries. Tables lists every table in the database. Schema dumps the full create table statements for everything. Schema followed by a table name shows just that one table's definition. And indexes followed by a table name lists every index attached to it. The import command loads a CSV or TXT file directly into a table, and it pairs perfectly with .mode CSV for the reverse, exporting query results to a file. Together they make the SQLite 3 shell a quick ETL tool, no extra scripts required. These commands are what make the SQLite 3 CLI practical for real work. They enable fast data exploration without a GUI, clean scripting in shell pipelines, and shareable output ready for docs, tickets, or reports. Learn them once, and every database interaction gets faster. We start with a clean terminal. SQLite is a self-contained database engine that ships with most Linux distributions, and launching it against a file path either opens an existing database or creates a new one on the spot. Running SQLite 3/tmp/demo.db drops us into the SQLite interactive shell. If the file does not exist, SQLite creates it. No separate initialization step required. The SQLite prompt is our signal that we're now talking to the database engine directly. Next, we define a table called T with two columns, an integer ID and a text name. SQL's create table statement is how we lay out the schema before any data can be stored. Now we insert two rows into the table using insert statements. Notice that string literals in SQLite can be written with single quotes. A small but useful syntactic convenience compared to standard SQL's doubled single quotes. Running select asterisk from T returns both rows we inserted, displayed as a simple pipe delimited list. This is SQLite's default output mode, functional, but not the easiest to read. We'll improve it in the next step. .commands are SQLite's built-in configuration directives. Turning headers on adds column names to the output, and switching to column mode aligns the data in neatly formatted vertical columns, dramatically more readable for any non-trivial result set. For repeatable one-off work, .commands can be passed directly on the command line as arguments to SQLite 3. This lets us run a single query with headers and column mode enabled without entering the interactive shell at all. Perfect for scripts. Finally, we remove the demo database file with RM. Since SQLite stores the entire database in a single file, cleanup is trivial. One delete and it's gone, with no leftover processes or temp files to worry about.